Coming up today on CPTV, the CSU Chancellor makes a visit to Cal Poly's campus.
We'll tell you why fire season is starting early this year and which Cal Poly athlete signed with an NFL team.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Katie McDermott.
And I'm Olivia DeGennaro. You're watching CPTV News. The University Police Department will not be investigating a reported sexual assault that happened on campus.
It happened Sunday morning in Muir Hall. The survivor reported the assault to SAFER, which is required under the Clery Act to report any sexual assaults on campus to university police. UPD are mandated under law to issue a public safety alert. Their survivor has chosen not to report the case to the police. Officials say she was unable to consent because of the level of intoxication.
SAFER talks a lot about consent, and one of the main factors of consent is that both parties must be fully conscious and not incapacitated by drugs or alcohol. And there's a ton of gray areas with this because you don't know what incapacitation is for everyone.
LICT says to use the buddy system when you go out and encourages bystander intervention. Its representatives say although the number of reported sexual assaults on campus is increasing, they do not believe more are happening.
The CSU Chancellor is visiting Cal Poly this week. Eden Elisage shows us how he's spending his visit.
Big Mustang welcome for Chancellor Tim White.
CSU Chancellor Timothy White stops at Cal Poly this week on his tour of the 23 CSU campuses. His visit began Wednesday with a banquet in Poly Canyon Village where students and faculty members welcomed him. Thursday, the university held an open forum at the PAC where the chancellor took questions. Protesters gathered on Dexter Lawn to let their voices be heard before the forum. Students opposing semester conversion believe the change will take away from Cal Poly's academic rigor and reputation among potential employers. The chancellor responded to the semester conversion argument, saying the new calendar would lead to greater success for students.
To create more ability for students to migrate, good students to migrate from the community college system into the Cal State system. And again, they're either all or vast majority of them are semesters. And so those articulation agreements will work a lot better if we're all semesters.
Students marched from Dexter Lawn to the forum to face the chancellor with their concerns. White continues on with 17 universities left on his CSU campus tour. Eden Elisage, CPTV.
Only 6 Cal State universities remain on the quarter system. White says he will not make his final decision until he is done visiting all 23 campuses.
A mountain lion was seen on Cal Poly's campus yesterday. University police issued a safety advisory email to students and staff. The cat was near Stenner Creek Road, about 1 mile from Highway 1. Police say mountain lion attacks are rare, but they could happen. If you come in contact with a mountain lion, the U.S. Department of Agriculture recommends holding eye contact with the animal, making yourself appear as large as possible, and making loud noises. They say you should not run away.
Colleges across the nation are going smoke-free. UCLA celebrated Earth Day by banning smoking on their campus, and the rest of the UC campuses plan to follow suit by 2014. And they're not alone. More than 1,100 other colleges and universities have banned smoking. Cal Poly could be next. The CSU Academic Senate wants to ban smoking on CSU campuses, and they're asking the chancellor to take the next steps to make that happen. Right now, you can smoke on Cal Poly's campus as long as you stay in designated areas.
People do smoke, so we allow places for people to go and smoke, and those are the designated smoking areas on campus. And they're all further than 20 feet to any opening or door or anything of that nature.
The university does not allow smoking in residence halls or inside buildings. Although you can smoke on Cal Poly's campus, you cannot smoke in the city of San Luis Obispo. SLO was the first city in the world to ban smoking indoors in 1990, and smoking became illegal in all public places in 2010.
High fire season is here a month and a half early. Southern California has already seen 2 large fires this week alone, one of which has burned approximately 10,000 acres so far. San Luis Obispo County is in the middle of its second dry year in a row, caused by a serious lack of rainfall throughout the area. The city of San Luis hasn't seen more than half an inch of rain since the 23rd of December.
So if you look at it statistically, actually, this is one of the worst droughts. It's in the top 3 in the history of San Luis Obispo.
Fire season starting this early means that San Luis is experiencing weather conditions in the beginning of May that it would normally see in June or July. Local CAL FIRE crews have been preparing for fire season for months.
Resources are fully ready. We've been conducting readiness exercises. We've had a number of wildland urban interface drills and crew training projects, and so we're ready.
6 hand crews from CAL FIRE in SLO are helping battle the Springs fire currently burning in Ventura County. The fire started yesterday near Camarillo and has grown to more than 12 square acres. With the current dry weather conditions, it is important for residents to prepare for the possibility of a similar fire in the area.
And it's a good idea to think about what would happen in the event of an emergency if there's a wildfire in the area. It's important to think about that and you know, what would you do with your important belongings and that kind of thing.
Fire advises residents to do yard work involving power tools in the cool and humid morning hours before 10 a.m. This reduces the chance of sparks catching fire on dry grass.
Cal Poly's provost wants to phase out a 14-year-old program on campus. Students filled Tuesday's academic senate meeting to fight for the university honors program.
Has been made to dissolve the honors program over a period of time.
Basically, she's saying let's cancel the existing program without really having anything set up.
Even if we were to say that we are going to end the program and take 2 or 3 years to teach that out.
The recommendations of the task force were in no way to dissolve the program, but instead actually to reinvigorate it.
And a lot of the provost's arguments as far as like why we need to get rid of this honors program are just like we need to change this one that we have. So we're saying, well, why can we not just change the honors program over the next 3 years rather than totally scrap it?
I've been here about a year. The program at Cal Poly has been in existence since 1999.
She clearly admitted that she doesn't know what makes the honors program the honors program.
I taught in a program like this myself. It was a very, very great opportunity for me to teach in that program, but it was also a program I think that was much more supported and had very sound and solid curriculum.
That takes away the whole point of the honors experience, where that you get the flexibility to learn stuff specifically and learn things in an advanced and effective manner without having to stick to an exact curriculum. That's what makes it fun for teachers, and that's what makes it interesting for students.
We're in this learning process together. It was probably the best class I've ever taken at Cal Poly.
I know I probably wouldn't have come here if it hadn't been for the honors program. I know a lot of other people who come here for the honors program.
Program with a budget of less than $100,000. Students are signing petitions to try to change the provost's mind and to continue their program.
Priority registration begins Wednesday, May 8th. Undergraduate students can use 3 priority registration appointments during their career at Cal Poly. Students can use the option by going to the Student Center website. Students must use a priority before the rotation closes.
And one of the places you might have classes next fall is the new Math and Science building. Classes are already scheduled in the Area 52 building on Pass. Construction started for that building, known as Area 52, in fall 2010. It's scheduled to be finished this summer. It will be the second biggest building on campus with more than 200,000 square feet of classrooms, research space, laboratories, offices, and study spaces. It features a green roof and it's designed to be sustainable.
Constitutional scholars are debating whether the delayed Mirandizing of the Boston bomber suspect was appropriate. Dzhokhar Tsarnaev was read his constitutional rights 16 hours after investigators began interrogating him. Silence immediately followed his Mirandization.
The fact is they have enough evidence against the accused in the Boston bombing that they could convict him without having to use any Miranda warnings. Remember, Miranda is only for testimonial evidence.
Settle says if you ask a person accusatory questions, you must Mirandize them. In emergency circumstances, the Mirandizing can be postponed in order to obtain information necessary to public safety.
Well, coming up next on CPTV,
we'll tell you why Cal Poly graduates may have a better chance at finding jobs.
Plus, a building on campus wins an award for environmental efficiency. Cal Poly's class of 2013 may have a better chance at finding a job after graduation this year. A survey done by CareerBuilder.com says the job market is warming up for graduates. 53% of U.S. employers plan to hire recent grads in 2013. This is up significantly from 46% in 2011. Cal Poly has seen these statistics proven with an increase in the number of companies at recent career fairs on campus. 18 more architecture and design employers came to Cal Poly this year to recruit students. Recruiters also have more interest in Cal Poly grads from majors like information technology and computer science.
Running, they are ready to actually add not only to the body of knowledge, but to just add productivity and efficiency and effectiveness in an industry right away.
You can see the full results of that survey at CareerBuilder.com.
A Cal Poly computer science major was named the Best of the West this week. The Western Association of Student Employment Administrators awarded Glenn Beebe for his contributions to the Robert E. Kennedy Library. Third-year Glenn Beebe has spent the last 2 years as a programmer and web developer for the library's website. Beebe was selected out of more than 600 nominees from 13 different states. Cal Poly also took first and second runner-up, marking the first time that any university had 3 regional winners. Cal Poly's renovated rec center received its Gold LEED certification this week. The water-efficient landscaping, heat-reducing roofs, and evaporate cooling systems are some of the elements that helped earn the certificate. LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. Nearly 1/3 of Cal Poly's campus buildings are LEED certified.
You can visit one pier on the Central Coast this weekend that's normally closed to the public. The Cal Poly Pier in Avila Beach is open from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. tomorrow. The interactive displays on the pier include touch tanks, microscopes, a Discover Scuba experience, and more. Cal Poly professors and students will be there to talk about their research into local marine life. The pier is on Avila Beach Drive, and visitors are encouraged to park in the public parking lots at Avila Beach and walk to that pier. Closed-toed shoes are mandatory. For more information, you can call 805-756-6777.
Students of various majors gathered in the Graphic Arts Building Thursday to see a CLA alumni career speaker special presentation. Cal Poly alum Mike Ridland spoke to students about what Geographic Information Systems, or GIS technology, is and its effects on society. As a GIS professional, Ridland has taught hundreds of students over the course of his 20-year career. Ridland graduated from Cal Poly in 1991 with a degree in sociology and is currently part of a team that manages key accounts for some of the biggest commercial businesses in America.
The first weekend in May marks the annual Wildflower Triathlon at Lake San Antonio. Known for a particularly hilly and grueling course, it's one of the largest triathlon events in the world. The race brings around 7,500 athletes and 30,000 spectators each year, some of them from Cal Poly. Cal Poly staff and students attend as runners, guests, and volunteers.
Members of FFA are gathering at Cal Poly this Saturday for the California State Finals. The event brings in several thousand FFA members from all over California to compete in contests that test their knowledge about the agriculture industry. Members break up into teams of 3 to 6 for each contest, and the winning teams from each contest move on to nationals in Louisville, Kentucky. This Saturday marks the 79th year Cal Poly students have organized and hosted the event. You can watch the awards show at 5:30 p.m. in Mott Gym. Well, it is heating up this weekend.
It is so hot today. I was at like 6 a.m. I think it was 70 degrees.
Something like that. I have to say the weather has been great. I hope that the wind stays away, but I'm looking forward to this weekend.
I'm just hoping it doesn't get too hot, but we'll find out after the break with your weather forecast. And find out what NBA player is making a statement.
And see how a Cal Poly football player makes his way to the next level.
Have been beautiful all year.
I have to say it's been beautiful all week, even though it is giving us some fire trouble. But,
yeah, we saw that. Which is not good. Hopefully nobody has family or friends down in that fire because it's growing. It's
It's, I really just don't know what to say about it other than the fact that I hope that everything gets under control as quickly as possible. But we have CPTV weather reporter Lena Soy here to tell us about what we can expect for the next few days. Lena, what can you tell us?
Thank you, guys. Well, it's been heating up these past few days, and here's some shots of campus where people can be seen enjoying the sunny weather. We are experiencing some higher than normal temperatures. Today is a great day to head to the beach or hit the pool. It's been really great this week. This week is also Air Quality Awareness Week, and it marks the beginning of the ozone season for many areas for the U.S. Temperatures are going to start dropping within the next few days, and we're going to be seeing showers in the beginning of next week. Let's take a look at our weather map. It's going to be hot here in SLO with a high of 97, but as you can see, as we move down, you're going to be seeing cooler temperatures. Paso Robles is going to be 95, Atascadero at 96, and San Luis Obispo at 97, 97 Avila, and 89 in Arroyo Grande. You're going to see 86 in Solvang, and down here, 78 degrees in Santa Barbara. Now we will move to a 5-day forecast. On Friday, which is today, you're going to see a high of 97 with a low of 55. And then on Saturday, it's going to be 78 with a low of 51. And then within the next few days, on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, you're going to see 60s with the chances of showers, 69 on Sunday, 67 on Monday, and 66 on Tuesday, and then lows of 51 on Sunday and Monday, and 49 on Tuesday. So today is going to be a great day to head to the beach and soak up the sun. Back to you guys, Katie and Olivia.
Thanks, Lena. It sounds like we have some great weather to look forward to.
I cannot believe 97 degrees. I was not expecting that, but...
Well, it's happening.
Yeah, I know. Well, I guess it'll hopefully cool off, like she said, later in the week. But beautiful spring weather means spring sports. And I hear there's some exciting action in Mustang sports this week.
Denzel, what can you tell us?
Yeah, a lot of exciting action. In Cal Poly Denzel is the 2-year running back was signed as an undrafted free agent for the Raiders this week. Williams played in 22 games for the Mustangs while gaining over 1,800 all-purpose yards and 17 touchdowns. Williams took to Twitter expressing his excitement about the opportunity, saying, "My vision was to make it to the league. Now my vision is to make it in the league." He is one of 2 former Mustangs currently on the NFL roster. The other, Asa Jackson, is currently on the Super Bowl champion Ravens. Cal Poly senior Andre Dome received his 2nd straight invite to the NCAA Singles Championships. Dome, currently ranked 29th nationally, has several impressive wins under his belt this season, including straight-set wins over 4th-ranked Matija Pakotic of Princeton. Dome will look to continue his 19-match winning streak in the tournament. The Central Coast tennis star will travel to the Conn Outdoor Tennis Complex in Urbana, Illinois, May 22nd through the 27th, where the University of Illinois will play host to the championship. NBA center Jason Collins recently became the first male athlete in a major American sport to announce he is gay. Trent Murfield tells us how this could potentially affect student athletes.
Since announcing that he is gay, NBA center Jason Collins has been a popular topic of conversation. So how will this affect the sport? And more specifically, what would happen at Cal Poly if an athlete in a major sport decides to come out?
I think they would open them with open arms. I mean, like from the start, like Don Oberhelm is very supportive of us on and off the floor. So I think they would just, we would just be open with open arms and, welcome and just go back to practice.
Cal Poly students are fortunate enough to have kinesiology classes that cover relevant topics in the culture of sports, such as the course Sports Media and American Pop Culture, taught by Dr. Camilo Bryant. Dr. Bryant said there could possibly already be an open male athlete in a major sport at Cal Poly, but that it would be hard to know.
But the thing about sexual orientation is you can't look at somebody and know if they're gay. So people have to tell you. And sometimes people don't choose to tell everybody publicly, but they're just sort of implicitly out. And they're getting along just fine with their teammates.
The same class is also taught by Dr. Nicole Hagobian, who said the culture of sports is changing.
Prior to the recent research, what was found was that athletes harbored more homophobic attitudes than non-athletes. but that seems to be changing at the collegiate level.
It is impossible to project how much of an impact Collins coming out will have this soon, but it is not too soon to say that this is an announcement worth taking note of. That could potentially affect sports culture at both the professional and amateur levels. Trent Murfeld, CPTV.
Jason Collins' story will appear in Sports Illustrated on May 6th. The wait is over for you Cal Poly football fans. The annual Cal Poly Green and Gold game is here, and fans will have a chance to see what next year's talent will look like. The team has several vital positions that are up for grabs, including replacements for quarterback Andre Broadus and recently signed Raider Deontay Williams at running back. With game day but hours away, defensive coordinator Josh Brown believes that the Mustangs are right where they need to be coming out of camp.
Our main goal this spring is to get better fundamentally. We have a lot of guys coming back. We have, I think, 9 starters coming back on defense. And, our main concern and our main focus this spring is to get better fundamentally, tackling, getting turnovers, stuff like that.
Defensively, Cal Poly has several starters returning, including most of the line and a few in the secondary. The game starts at 1 p.m. and at Spano Stadium, and admission is free. Tailgating begins at 11 a.m. The 24th ranked Mustangs are back in action this weekend at home against UC Riverside. The Mustangs currently sit at 28-14 overall after a 5-3 loss to Pepperdine. The Mustangs are 15-13 since starting the season 13-1, but hope to get back on track tonight against the Highlanders. First pitch is tonight at 6 p.m. and all 3 games over the weekend will be aired live on ESPN Radio 1280.
Well, it sounds like there's quite a few exciting things going on in sports this weekend. I might have to go check out a game.
Yeah, we've got baseball tonight, and then we also have the football game tomorrow. That should be really good with all this nice weather. So
I know. Hopefully it's not too hot.
Yeah.
Well, coming up next, we have your Pollywood Minute.
Find out what had students busting out rhymes this week, and you can buy one-of-a-kind products right here on Cal Poly's campus. We'll tell you where. Welcome back to CPTV. It's time for your Pollywood Minute.
Eden Alisage tells us what's been going on in the entertainment world this week.
Thanks, Olivia and Katie. So this month is Asian and Pacific Islander Month. Cal Poly students celebrated at the last Another Type of Groove event of the year. Featured Pacific Islander poet Brian Superb Oliva on Wednesday evening. Students also had a chance to be creative during the open mic session in Shumash. The open mic performances included music, spoken word poetry, and stand-up comedies celebrating Asian and Pacific Islanders. You can support talented students this week by picking up something at ASI's biannual craft sale. Crafts like pottery, hand-designed t-shirts, handmade jewelry, cards, accessories, and more are for sale at reasonable prices. You can check out some of the crafts at the ASI Showcase on the 2nd floor of the library. The sale will start Monday through Wednesday from 9:45 to 4:15 at the Craft Center in the UU. And that's it for your Pollywood Minute. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Eden.
It sounds like there are a lot of exciting things going on. That's all we have for our show this week.
You can catch us on Charter Channel 19 and UHTV Channel 7 every Friday at 1 p.m.